Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will learn how to calculate and prove the area of trapezium by dividing trapezium into rectangle and triangle using slider animation, checkboxes, input boxes, text tools, translation through vector tools, and many more. So let's start. So first of all, we have to create three sliders for the dimensions of trapezium. So first slider for the length of shorter side, minimum value 1, maximum value 4, increment 1. We can change these values anytime. Second slider for the longer side, minimum value 1, maximum 5, increment 1. Third slider for the height of trapezium, minimum value 1, maximum 3, increment 1. Now we need a point at origin. For that I use intersect tool, x-axis and y-axis selected, and we have a point at origin. Now we need a point on x-axis for the longer side. For that I use input bar. I type shift 9 for the ordered pair, where x coordinate will be the value of b and y coordinate 0. Press enter and we have point B. Let's check it through moving the value of slider B. It's working. Now we need a point exactly above point A on y-axis. So for that again I will use the input bar and shift 9, x coordinate 0 and y coordinate the value of slider H for height. Press enter and we have point C. Let's change the value of slider H. It's working as well. And now for the shorter side, we need a line first passing from C that must be parallel to AB. So for that, join the points AB. Using the parallel line tool, select point C from where the line has to pass and the select line segment to which the line must be parallel, that is AB. So we have a line passing from C and parallel to AB. Now we need a point on this line for the shorter side. So again I will use the input bar. Now the x coordinate is the value of A and y coordinate the height of trapezium H, and press enter. So if we change the value of A, we can see it's working well. Now let's hide this line. Right click and show object. Select this line segment, right click and show object. Then select this polygon tool, select point A, B, D, C and A. We can see here the quadrilateral Q1. So right click and rename it as TRP, trapezium. You can change any name. Now we have to divide this trapezium into triangle and rectangle, and for that we will draw a perpendicular line from D to this line. So using the perpendicular line tool, select the point D and the line segment AB. Using intersect tool, select line and segment, then select move tool, select the line and right click and show object. Now we have to draw two shapes, rectangle and right angle triangle. So using the polygon tool, select A, E, F, C and A. We can see here it's Q1 polygon AEDC. So select this polygon, right click and rename it as capital R, the rectangle. Now using the polygon tool, select B, E, D and B. We can see here a triangle T1. Select this one, right click and rename it as TR. I'm changing the value because it will help us to create their area. Now we have to hide the points and the labels of the line segment. So I select this point, Select the word point, right click, show object. All the points are disappear. Then I click on segment, select the word segment, right click and show label. Okay, we are done. Now we have to separate triangle and rectangle from the trapezium. So for that, we need two more sliders, one for rectangle and one for triangle. So this will be for the rectangle. So let's label it M, minimum value 0, maximum value can be 6, 1 unit greater than the longer side of trapezium. Increment blank because it will move smoothly. The next slider for the triangle, let's label it as N, minimum value 1, maximum value 6.5 without any increment. Now to translate the rectangle, we have to create a line segment with given length. So click here, the length will be the value of slider M. Now we have to create a vector, select point G and H. Now we have to translate the shape by a vector. So select the rectangle R and then the vector U. We can see it's translated. So to verify it, let's change the value of M. It's working. Now rename this rectangle, right click and rename as capital R. The previous rectangle will be renamed with a different name. We can see here this is R1 now. Now for the triangle, we have to create a segment with given length. Now the value of length will be slider N. Again create a vector, select points I and J. We can translate that shape using input bar as well. So write translate object and vector. So object is TR, the triangle, and the vector is now, we can see here, V. Press enter. Now let's change the value of slider N. It's working again. Okay. Now we don't need these vectors, so let's hide it. So select point G, H, J, I, vector U, line segment J, vector V, line segment K, and right click and show object. Everything is disappear. Again rename this triangle. So right click and rename as capital TR. The previous triangle will be renamed with other name. It's TR1. Now we have to hide the rectangle and triangle that are overlapped on the trapezium. So from here, triangle, we can see TR1, select and right click and show object. So click quadrilateral and we have R1, right click and show object. So we have only three objects: trapezium, rectangle and the triangle. Let's make a little formatting. Select this shape, right click, setting, color. I think this will be better, or this one. Select this rectangle, color maybe this one, and the triangle color will be blue. Opacity 100% and done. Now we don't need these axes and the grid, so right click and double click and then right click, show axis, right click again, show grid, no grid. So one part of the project is complete. Now we have to create some text. Okay, so now we will start with labeling these diagrams. So I use the text tool. I click here for the A, the length of shorter side. Click here for B, the longer side. This side is also equivalent to A, so I click here and type A. while this side, the base of triangle is basically b minus a. We also have to show the formula for rectangle, area of rectangle and area of triangle. So I click here to type a1. So whatever I will write here, it will show here in advanced options in the preview menu or panel. So I type here a underscore 1 equal to base into height, and for the triangle area a2, so I type capital A underscore 2 equal to 1 upon 2 space base into height, while base is basically b minus a in this case and height is h. So click here and then OK. We can change the position of these objects and then select all through control button from keyboard, right click and setting. Color text is bold. We can change color later on. Now we have to show the area of these shapes here. So before that we have to calculate the area. So using the input bar, I type area of polygon TRP, that is 7, and here it is. I select this one, right click and rename it as capital L. Again I type in input bar area of polygon capital R, press enter, and we can see here, select this, right click and rename it with capital M, and again for final time for the rectangle I type area polygon TR, and here we have the area. So just select it, right click and rename it as capital N. Now we have to show some calculations. So for that I type area then again click here and type equal sign, and then we have to write a1, so capital A underscore 1 and then plus symbol, and then again a2. Now we need to show the values for these objects. So what I do is select text, click here. Here we have to show the area of trapezium. So what I do is click advanced tool. Here we don't have to write the value, but we have to show the value. So for that we click this geogebra icon. From here we have to find what was the area of trapezium, and we just calculated here in the panel. It was capital L. So here it is. Now this will not type L but its value we can see here from the preview menu or window, and here it is. So click OK. Now simply we have to type or write or mention the area of this rectangle. So I click again here, and the area of this rectangle was capital M, and finally the area of triangle was N. Now we have to break these formulas or objects of A1 and A2. So I type again area. We can copy and paste these symbols as well. Just select it, copy and paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V from keyboard, and then leave the button and click and drag down this equal sign. Now we have to replace A1 with its formula BH. So I type here, we have to type BH and then plus sign, and A2 is basically 1 upon 2 base into height. So I click here, this is 1 upon 2. So I can do it in a different way by click on this advanced option, lattice formula, and select the fraction. Now replace A with 1 and B with 2. We can see the preview as well. Just little space, base into height. Okay, we are done. Now we have to show their values again. So what I do is same method will be followed. Area of this trapezium was capital L. Then we have to put the values of B and H. So I click here and select B, small b, that is small b. Then I click on these symbols, place this product symbol and H again. So from this GeoGebra icon, we have to link the value of B with H. I mean value of H with this item H. So it's 4 into 2. Now changing the values of these sliders will change the values of these numbers. We can see here. So for a while it's better to have values like this. Again for this one, let me make some little changes. We have in fact base B minus A, so double click on this and we can type here B minus A like this. Okay, now copy paste. Now their values. So again using text tool, I type latex formula fraction A and 2 space bracket value of B, that is simply B, minus value of A bracket value of H. So here it is. We are done with it. And we will proceed in the same way exactly till end.